As an entrepreneur, as you look at your goals, are you just strictly looking at your goals for your business and career, or are you more rounded? Are you looking at your family, relationships, spirituality, personal development, and all of those things? And when you look at your goals, where are you with your current reality compared to where you want to be? Hey, welcome back, Jeff Heggie, Daily Success Strategies. Thanks for being with me today. So, if you listened to my episode yesterday, you know one of the things that we're doing this week is in my accountability groups, we've challenged each other to talk more about our why, the purpose for why we do what we do. And as we talk about that, we want to talk about how we help people achieve those things. And so, for myself, my why is to teach people to be optimal performing entrepreneurs. And yesterday I talked about some of the things that I do to help people with their business goals and how to grow their business. And I gave them some free resources on how to implement some things immediately that would help them grow their business through one of my resources. Today, what I want to do is I want to talk more about what it means to be an optimal performing entrepreneur, because a lot of times I'll say that and people say, well, really, what does that mean? And the easiest way to explain it is when I first started focusing on being a business coach, that was my focus was strictly on helping people grow their businesses, help them be more profitable and be successful in business. But one of the things that I wasn't paying attention to was the rest of their life. And I had an individual that really kind of changed my perspective on things because he was doing extremely well in his business. His business was growing month over month, doing great things. But his family life, his relationships, and his health were all falling apart. And I sat down with him one day and I said, you know what? Your business is doing amazing, but you're not a success. The rest of your life is falling apart. We've got to start looking at things from a broader perspective. And that's when I changed what I want to do. When I teach people to be optimal performing entrepreneurs, yes, there's specific areas that we give more attention to. The focus is growing the business. The focus is helping people to be more successful in their business. But we don't do that while at the same time ignoring everything else in their life. You've got to be able to look at every area in your life. And even though I don't believe that you can ever have that balanced, especially as an entrepreneur, there's going to be the times that you put in the 20-hour days. And yeah, you don't see your family those days, whatever it is. But we still structure things. We have a plan, we have a system in place, and we don't ignore those things. And so, one of the things I want to offer you today is access to some more resources on how I help people do this. One of the ways, and well, I'll give you the resources. If you go to jeffhagee.com/peak performance, that's going to give you access to a masterclass I did that helps you look at all these areas of your life, set your goals, go through all the process. But one of the things I want you to do is register for that masterclass. And even if you don't go through the masterclass, you're going to get access to the workbook. Now, if you're watching this on video, this is the workbook right here. And it's got a lot of different things in it. And I go through all of them in the masterclass. But one of the things that I think is most important is right at the beginning, we talk about what is your current reality? What is your truth? And really figuring out where you are. You've got to have that starting point before you start your journey. And so we go through the different areas of business and career, family, friends, relationships, finances, health and fitness, spirituality, and personal development. And as you can see, if you're watching this on video, we have this circle here where we can graph it. And one of the things that I find interesting is as we graph that and we rank it on a 1 to 10, is a lot of times, let's say, for example, your business career, you rank it at an 8, your family and friends, you rank it at a 7, finances, you rank it at a 9. But then you get down to health and fitness and you rank it as maybe a 4. And as we do this throughout the circle, you'll see the areas of your life that are getting neglected. It looks like a flat tire. You know, you've got a fairly round circle as we connect the numbers, but then we have the health and fitness at a 4 and it looks like it's a flat tire, and you realize there are areas that really need more of my attention. And so this is a real important part of what we do. And as you look at each of these areas of your life, then through this process, we go through some goal setting. We go through what we call future pacing, where you vision yourself a year from now. If a year from now, you had just finished having the perfect year, the best year of your life, what did it look like in each of these areas? What did it look like in your business and career? What did it look like in your relationships, your health and fitness, all of these areas? And we use that to set our goals. So when we begin by saying, what's your current reality in each of these places? Then we say, okay, here's where we want to be. We can create that plan. Once we have all those set up, it gives us the ability to start creating that plan. We go through another process, which is incredibly powerful, that I strongly suggest you go through it. We call it the 7 levels deep. I learned it from Dean Graziosi, and it really helps you to find your real purpose, your real why for each of these goals. And when you have a strong enough why, you can achieve any how. And I think that was a Jim Rohn quote, or not quote, but he was the one that first said that. And it's really something powerful when you really understand a why behind each of these. And by going through the 7 levels deep, you can really get really personal and understand the true reason why you're trying to do this. But I encourage you to go through the process and watch it on the training to understand how to do it, and then go ahead and do it yourself. It is a really powerful and worthwhile process of going through there. And in the workbook, there's a number of pages to do that. Once you've done that, that's when you can say, okay, now what's the plan? That's where we want to be in a year. And that's when we want to start reverse engineering it. If that's where we're going to be in a year, what will it take to get there? Once we know that, we look at it and say, okay, what do we have to achieve month to month? And that's when we can break it down. And I've talked about this with our accountability groups, and I've talked about them on these podcasts before. What do you know what your monthly goals are? Each month in our accountability groups, what we do is we've got those goals broken down to monthly goals. And for that full month, that's what we focus on. What do you have to do today that's going to help you achieve that monthly goal? And so that's what you want to do. Get yourself an accountability partner, a mentor, a coach, a group like ours, whatever you have to do, but be held accountable every single day to achieve these things. And you don't have to look at doing a million things. If you look at each of these areas, what's the one thing, just the one thing I need to do today to help me get closer to that bigger goal, and work on that and be accountable to that every day. So becoming an optimal performing entrepreneur requires a lot of different things. One of the main things is looking at more than just your business. Your business is a big part of what we need to focus on, what we need to grow. But to become an optimal performing entrepreneur, you've got to be successful all around. So that's what I want to offer you today, is go take a look at that. Go through this process, and really, a big part of it is looking at your current reality, really taking a look at yourself and saying, where am I really? Where am I in my spirituality? Where am I in my personal development? Where do I need to get some focus? So go through this process. Go to jeffheggie.com/peak performance. You'll be able to get the masterclass. You'll be able to get the workbook, all of those things. But also, let me know how it goes. Go through this process. I love hearing from people after they've gone through the 7 levels deep, because it's usually quite an epiphany, an aha moment that you really have a new view on things. So I love to hear that. Thanks for being with me. Please share this with someone. I appreciate it when you do that. Let me know how it goes. Thank you, and I'll be back tomorrow. Og Mandino said that the difference between those who have failed and those who have succeeded lies in the difference of their habits. Good habits are the keys to success. Many of the habits that'll bring you success in life are easy to do, but they're also easy not to do. I developed the Mindset Journal so that I could easily implement powerful success habits into my daily routine. The power of the Mindset Journal comes from knowing your top priorities and scheduling them into your day. The power of the reticular activating system and its relationship to your goals, your mindset questions, and your daily accountability. So if you want to implement some quick and effective success habits into your daily routine, go to jeffheggie.com/mindset journal and get yours today. Are you an entrepreneur who wants to discover the breakthrough secrets that will produce the results you've been searching for, but you just can't seem to figure out why you keep working harder and harder and you're just not getting those results? I want to tell you about a new challenge that I've created just for you, the Business Domination Challenge. If you want to create the entrepreneurial lifestyle and the business you dream of, then this is exactly what you're looking for. I created the Business Domination Challenge to show you how to grow your business exponentially and to become an optimal performing entrepreneur. What's an optimal performing entrepreneur? It's an entrepreneur who's succeeding in all areas of their life. If I show you how to build a successful business, but your relationships, your health, and everything else is falling apart, that's not a success. It's not about working harder, it's about implementing the correct principles and becoming the person who can do the things that produce the results. Hurry and go to jeffheggie.com/business domination and secure your spot today.